He saw his buddy Barron do it earlier. He goes, you know what, we're just going to keep this kind of a local affair. He dropped another big score. But watch out, Kanoa Igarashi grabs his rail, in danger, comes out with the spit. So the training already looking like it's paying off. Kanoa Igarashi says he is possessed by a dream. Preparation is done. It's time to lock in. It looks like he's locked that one up.
Wow.
I mean, if you're a...
This was insane.
You
Watch
like-
that. Late under the hood. Pulling
That's
that
textbook.
rail.
I mean, that's textbook. Both those waves back to back. And this is where the judges really have their work cut out, because they're similar rides, but vastly different in terms of the look of the wave.
But everything that Kanoa did, I mean, was so premeditated. The way that his foot was way out on that outer rail just to make sure that it engaged and clipped into the face of the wave. The way that he pumped under the hood over there and just kept his composure on that foam board and with that spit.
Find out what the waves are doing, especially when there's a rising swell. If you don't know about it, you can put yourself in a bad situation. Know your limits, and always check in with the lifeguards here on the North Shore, the best in the world, as we've got a nice line drawn out bottom turn from Kanoa Igarashi, the silver medalist in Tokyo. Hammers that next section. Perfect punctuation for two different types of moves. Now he'll float the finish. A few different sides of the story here. Kanoa making it look relatively easy in this wild surf. 7.33 start, built to a 5.5. Another great number coming in for him.
This bottom turn right here really goes to the point of Makua of how important that foundation is for your whole wave out here at Sunset. Really leans on that rail, sets it up again. Another beautiful bottom turn, hack under the lip. Two beautiful power moves. We saw Geordie get an 8.0 for two moves in the previous heat, but how does this stack up in this heat? I think we're going to see excellence from Kanoa. Beautiful bottom turn, just the length of it that he was able to just stand on that rail and then stomp that maneuver. Takes his time on the bottom here, snaps up under the lip. Beautiful power move. Kanoa just complete control, like you said, Joe, and that equipment looks so confident and comfortable under his feet.
Such a well put together heat for Kanoa Igarashi.
Kanoa, another beautiful wave this afternoon. Way overhead, double overhead, and a beautiful carve off the top. Makes his way through a warbly section, presses on the tail there. Comes around the corner again, pulls into the barrel, no problem for Igarashi. Completes the barrel, exclamation mark at the end of the ride. Well done.
Everything was going Kanoa's way. He had those couple of sixes and you feel like you're cruising, but all it takes is Jaddy to drop an 8 and all of a sudden you're not in the lead. And I was thinking that, you know, this is one of those heats. It was starting to shape up like that for Kanoa, but this is exactly the sort of ride he needed at this exact moment in time, because this is the pressure cooker. Gets this inside tube right, manages all of that, the undulations and the bump and the lump, and just surfs it with such maturity and power and style. And found that tube ride on the inside. It's going to be a great score. Can put a lot of pressure on Jadson Andre, and it makes me feel like this is the ride that may secure his place in the quarterfinals.
Just great read and reflexes to punch the tail on that carve and then get under the hook. And you can speak to that. How fulfilling. You have your own year. 1988, BL, is Bart Lynch's year. Forever in surfing.
Put a smile on my face and I feel lucky. Here we go.
Igarashi, his opening wave, pumping off the bottom, slices off the top, throwing the tail, gets back into the lip a little bit late there, but handles it no problem for Kanoa Igarashi, so his score is going to lean upon a two-turn wave.
Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Oh, and it kind of gets you engaged with the ride as we see the replay. Pumps off the bottom. Aggressive, sharp, powerful turn. Beautiful first turn. Nelly lost it there in the desire to get onto the toe.
Kanoa Igarashi with the lead over Jack Robinson. Robinson with priority, and he's going to stay put as we see Kanoa Igarashi taking this wave underneath that priority. Nice hook off the top to start here. Vertical up into the lip. Winds up off the bottom, and Igarashi throws the tail. Some variety throughout this wave. Tic-tacking through a flat section. Snaps the tail again. And is going to get the little bonus inside for one more turn and stomps it.
Stomps it, all right. From start to finish, that was just beautiful surfing. He looks so on. and the board just looks beautiful under his feet.
Right, here's the replay.
I figure you're right. First turn, nice snap, tight to the pocket. Pumps and drives to get out and hit that white water. Fades it down. Another beautiful snap, and the way the board sat up on top of the water. Flared into this inside section. Another turn, and then there's this little bonus down in here he sees. You can see him hopping and weaving and punching his board to build speed, and then straight up into that lip. Beautiful last turn. Let's have a look at it from this angle. Look at the weighting and unweighting, compressing and extending to build speed. Beautiful surfing, great style, and that was not a priority wave. That was a wave that Jack Robinson was never going to go, couldn't really go, because as you look at it, it was a great score and maybe a good ride, but when you've got the priority, you want the set.
Kanoa Igarashi, huge gaff, throwing tons of spray. Fades the bottom turn and into another frothy gash. This one a little late to the lip, and the convergence of water is going to make some difficult water, but Kanoa Igarashi, solid stance and goes complete on that. He battled for that finish.
The look in his eyes right there, I mean, that was exceptional to make it out of that last move. Right here, big wrap. That was a layback to down carve all in one. Right here, just wrapping it back in the foamy section and just absolutely manhandling that manhandle section. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
When a surfer is feeling it, that's when things start to happen. And I feel it's starting to happen for Kanoa Igarashi.
I want to say that's my favorite turn I've seen all day. I mean, wrapping back in the pocket. One more time. Bang.
And slow motion to really appreciate the pressure put in these turns.
Wow, he went from a layback knowing that he had a lot more potential. He did two turns in one huge turn right there. Another arcing turn up in the lip, and then once again just banging that inside section and handling.
Just willpower to stay on his board and complete that ride. And you can see it in the gestures and the face of Kanoa Igarashi.
Igarashi, who just recently took the rankings lead over Baron Mamiya, is looking for a score. Meanwhile, we'll lock in on this left-hand tube that's opening wide. Looking for a good way to finish. Driving hard into the lip, slamming it shut. Igarashi looking for the score there.
Gonna watch it here. See how he's underneath the lip line, perfectly executes the drop, finds himself stalling into the barrel, deep, can't see him, comes out, and then straight up vertical for a finish. Nice work right there. That is going to be a very worthy score. Maybe going excellent. I mean, he was in the tube. He held that line for quite some time. The only thing going against him there might be the fact that he had to slow himself down.
As we check out that technique on the backhand, what do you think, Was?
Well, watching him, you can see him slow himself down as he comes into the barrel. See him dragging again, putting his butt into the wave. But look at how deep he is, completely disappearing. That thing spit, and then he came out. So really great technique, body language, everything showing confidence and control. That's what you want to see. The judges loving that finishing move. Really great wave.